Once again, we'd like to welcome you in today's edition of The Morning Call. Vote counting is underway in Comoros following a controversial presidential election held on Sunday. The polls were, however, marred with violence in two of the three biggest islands of the Indian Ocean archipelago following confrontation between opposition parties and security forces. According to the 12 opposition candidates contesting the poll, major irregularities were witnessed at several polling stations. They claim some independent candidates did not receive the necessary documents to access polling stations and that some polling stations had opened earlier than the official time. They accused the incumbent president Azali Assoumani, who is widely expected to win, of hijacking the ballots in order to be declared the winner.
Indeed, Lynette, and President Azali Assoumani was questioned by the press on arrival to cast his ballot. He said he was confident that he would win the first round and confirmed that there were some incidents. A quick reminder here, the constitution was changed 1 year ago, and if he wins, Azali Assoumani can remain in power until 2029. But first, let's take a look back at what happened yesterday during the voting.
Haji Mahdi Ali of the Union of the Opposition Alliance joins us now from the capital of Comoros, Moroni. Thank you very much for accepting to speak to us, Haji. What did you observe in the Sunday vote to accuse President Azali Assoumani of a coup d'etat?
Nous avons constaté
what we found out is that from one of the polling stations, there were ballot boxes that appeared at around 5 a.m. already stuffed with ballot papers. And the people wanted to prevent it from coming in. This caused unrest that caused the offices not to be opened on time. That's the first observation. The second observation is that everywhere the representatives of the various candidates, opposing candidates to be specific, were prevented from entering polling stations.
Les assesseurs des différents candidats, j'allais dire les candidats opposants, ont été empêchés de rentrer dans les bureaux de vote.
It was precisely these soldiers who entered the polling stations and prevented representatives of the other candidates from intervening to do their job.
Les assesseurs des autres candidats d'intervenir pour faire leur travail.
You have planned, or you plan to deploy thousands of security personnel. So how is it that the ruling party was still able to commit fraud?
Ce n'est pas une opération de fraude.
This is not a fraud operation.
Nos assesseurs d'entrer dans les
I mean, they prevented our representatives from entering the offices via the military. So I don't see how bare hands can confront soldiers who were determined to do their job as executioners to kill innocent people.
So
it happened that they did it in Anjouan and they didn't hesitate to do it here. So people were scared in the stomach. Instead of being a Republican army to defend the interests of the people, they defended the interests of power. So that is why we could not prevent fraud from taking place.
And a final question, Haji. What do you intend to do since you're already challenging the fairness of this election?
En tout cas, nous n'allons pas avoir les bras croisés.
In any case, we are not going to have our arms crossed. We will do everything in our power. We rely heavily on the action of the international community, as it has always been the case. But if we notice there is silence, Already we warned about the preparation of this against this masquerade. They were warned, but despite all the measures they took, despite all the measures put in place, they were ineffective, which is why the undeniable electoral masquerade took place. In the coming days, we will see the neighbors and arrange ways to invalidate the vote that took place here.
Nous allons, nous allons voir les voies et moyens pour faire invalider le scrutin qui a eu lieu ici.